Hey everyone, how's it going? So as you can see, we have reached this point. As the first time I've gotten here, it's Childe. And he thinks that we stole the Gnosis. Even though I don't think we did. But I also don't know what it means that we didn't, but it's not there, apparently.
Oof, my waistband has been feeling a little snake these past
So
couple of
I
days.
didn't actually want to have Traveler in
I
the
think
party.
Scythe
It
perchance
was kind
got
of an...
overindulged.
I just had her because I thought there might be more fun puzzles, and I didn't realize combat was going to start as fast as it did. And so I'm actually only going to have two damage characters and then a really good tank, even though she's level 40. And I don't have Barbara, my healer. So it was level 80. So yeah, we have 40, 80, 80, 60. So let's go. It's gonna be a very tough fight. We're not. Hold on. Ah, fuck. Come on.
How embarrassing.
Come on. Got him. Come on, come on, come on. Okay. Whew. That was easier than I thought, but still not easy at all. I almost died during the first two parts of the fight. I used some healing foods for this next part. Uh to get there. Turn the volume up. Let's go.
Look! Child's back to normal again!
Well then, it seems the burden of the foul legacy transformation was too great for my body. I lacked the opportunity to think this through, and now that I consider the matter more carefully, you never had any chance of beating me to the Gnosis. You had no connection to the Gnosis, no matter where it had been taken.
That's what we've been trying to tell you! We didn't take it!
Your show of ability today far surpasses that of Signora's initial assessment of you in Mondstadt. Tell me, how could that be? You already know the answer, don't you? I can see it in your eyes. But if that is a secret
Yeah,
you
because weren't
wish
we
to
really
keep,
powerful
I
initially, and
guess
then
I'll
we
just
got
have to
stuck
curb
down
my
by that one goddess,
curiosity.
right?
This battle has already left me satisfied. Anyone who strives as I do to grow stronger shall be called a friend, even if our friendship can only be shown in battle against one another.
Pretty sure that's not the normal way to make friends.
Unfortunately, I must given that the Gnosis wasn't taken by any. In fact, it might be that the Exuvia was just a.
What? So you mean that...
Rex
Yes,
Lapis still
it appears so.
lives.
Interesting to say the least. It seems that the guardian deity of the capital of commerce is also well versed in little maneuvers beyond the boundaries of contracts. As such, we must now look to our backup.
Backup plan?
I had hoped it would never come to this, for the truth is, the world belongs to those who pursue strength. I seldom willingly involve myself with the weak. Unfortunately, we cannot be picky about our methods as Fatui harbingers. Children must all learn to eat their vegetables.
So what are you planning to do?
I will awaken the god that lies dormant beneath Guyan's stone forest.
A god?
Osial, overlord of the vortex. who was defeated by Morax, the GRR. If such an ancient god were to be unleashed, do you think the cunning Rex Lapis would just...
But the Archon War ended 2000...
Simple. I've already prepared the means to awaken it.
Hey, those are... Oh, Paimon remembers now. The Fatui have been researching them.
Indeed. The one that was given to you was just a byproduct of our with the power of so many sigils of permission concentrated in one place, along with that which was bestowed up. Using the powers of ancient gods in such a situation fails to interest me, and is largely against my principles. But knowing that such an action will not only force the Geo Archon to show its hand, but you as well, that makes matters a little more intriguing.
Ooh.
Let's see. Will the nation that has lost its deity be swallowed up by an ancient malice once more?
Oh, it's exciting.
If you wish to drown together with the people of Liyue, you're free to stay and enjoy the show.
Huh? He's already gone. That guy is fast. What's going on?
What is going on?
If we hadn't happened to see the Jade Chamber flying over just as we came out of... Did we make it in time?
What are you doing?
Huh? Hold on. It's the Adepti. What are you doing on the Jade Chamber? Paimon thought you were arguing with the Chising.
Faced with a calamity of such magnitude, we have agreed to put our differences aside for now and unite against this common enemy.
Oh, right. She's 1, 2, 3, and then she's half 1, 4. Oh, and 5. There he is.
Oh, Paimon gets it. So how do you plan to defend Liyue? Just seeing this overlord of the vortex guy puts a pit in Paimon's tummy, even from all the way out here.
It's not just you. We've got new Millilith recruits who can't even stand at attention without shaking. The force of an ancient god's presence seems to be too much for ordinary people to handle.
Which would make sense.
Which is why we must stop that monster before it gets any closer to Liyue Harbor.
So the Archon War was fought 2,000 years ago against enemies like that thing? Now that's scary. So will the power of the Chising, Millilith, and Adepti gathered here...
We've already discussed this together, and our conclusion is... not necessarily.
Oh.
What? But all of you are supposed to be the guardians of Liyue. Can't you think of something?
One certainly could.
Huh?
The Chising did once research the matter of the... And as fate would have it, one who did craft the Guizhong Ballista. For what could you mortals ever learn of Adepti mechanisms? Yet.
I suppose this is one So be it. We shall use the upgraded Gui. We haven't a moment to spare. Our... Yep.
Adepti are manning the Guizhong Ballista. Do not let the
It's really not gonna let me switch. Oh my god, I'm really stuck.
With me!
Let's go help too!
We Adepti have not faced a god in several millennia.
I can't believe I'm still stuck with this team. I really hope I win. All my food is gone. Oh no, I don't want Traveler here. She's so useless. I'm not my healer. Okay, I think we're okay. I think we're okay. It's raining, right? Yeah. Vaporize is strong. Over here. Easy enough. These guys are kind of bad at their job.
Finally, some quiet.
I have to imagine it gets harder. For now, we're fine.
That is Osial's divine power. I am very familiar with it. Be careful not to get hit.
Oh! Whoa!
The Fatui! Their attacks are unrelenting!
How daring. Snezhnai's diplomats will answer for this afterward. Every last one.
Retribution!
Okay, yeah, now it's getting hard.
The ancient gods attacking again! There are so many Fatui too! We kill them!
Were you about to say we can't hold them, children?
Oh, man. Oh, this is bad.
Don't lose heart. Here, take this.
What is it? Adeptal energy! That light from your body, it's like the time of giant cars! Wow, it's Madame Pink's shockwave! This granny's really strong!
Come back to me, come back to me, come back to me.
Can't run! Well, I miscalculated.
No slacking off!
Judgment! Shiver!
Oh, whoops, I missed. Come on. Hey.
With the blood of the Chilian, I guard you against evil! Cast your fear of injury by the wayside, and fight with all your might! I too did this during the Archon War! So this is what Ganya's like in a fight!
Okay, we're yelling now.
Means swiftness. Take my power and run as I do.
We're going too fast!
Okay, it's time. Delicious Mondstadt hash browns. We don't have any hydro resist. Defense soup. Crit rate. Attack. Let's go. And there are no more enemies? No, there's gotta be more enemies, right? There we go. Here they come.
Child, you are strong in body and spirit. Perhaps you can withstand 3 forms of adeptal energy at once.
This will hurt a little. Please bear with us.
Once you've adapted, try to use them in battle.
Come on.
reached its peak. In other words, if we hold here, there's nothing worse to come, right?
Oh my god.
Time for retribution!
I guess this is it. Looks like I went too far.
Get it? No.
Unleash. Strike is one. The merrier.
Come on.
Observe. Let me amuse myself with it.
This is it.
Come on, 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 come on.
Flags up. Step. Brand me now.
Verdict is...
Let me amuse myself with shine.
The Fatui's numbers are thinning!
Fight on, comrades! Once we finish this lot off, the Adepti will be able to deal with the god in peace.
Oh. Oh, that got intense.
The interlopers are no more. Now we may commit ourselves fully.
I bet it's a good time to start recording.
It's working. We just need to keep this up.
Oh, this is a good story. Oh, it's a good game. This is a good game.
Guizhong Ballista
I
is
like this
destroyed.
game.
Without its covering fire, retaliation shall be difficult.
But the Jade Chamber is our last line of defense. We can't give another inch, no matter what.
I like this game.
I have another idea.
What do you mean, Lady Ningguang?
I'll sacrifice the Jade Chamber.
What is the meaning of this?
I understand.
Traveler, lend me a hand.
Oh.
Goodbye for now. Let us meet again in the future.
Oh, because it released an elemental burst of energy? Oh. Whew.
Is it finally over?
The ominous aura of that monster has the effects of the sigil of permission. It will be some time before the Overlord.
We are indebted to you for your assistance. If the Adepti hadn't happened to be here, the future of Liyue Harbor would surely
Save your flattery. We didn't just happen to be here.
Come now. There's no need for such harsh words, Cloud Retainer. I've heard that when Ningguang began learning to do business, she had already started setting aside part of her then limited income. At first, It was only the size of a small... It is a testament to Ningguang's entire life, both as a businesswoman and as the backbone of the Liu Qixing.
Oh, that fight got intense.
Seeing the
Jeez.
Jade Chamber destroyed in the defense of Liu means much to her. To me, such cooperation...
Well, I was really hoping you would say that such sacrifice could at... Thank you all for hearing me out. We know...
Oh?
3,700 years. According to... Even to this very day, Liyue and its land... But that does not mean that the Liyue do not merely cast your protective gaze upon the land.
Are you questioning our means of...
I mean no offense. I simply hope that our Adepti forebear...
Forebears, you say?
This morning, Rex Lapis appeared to me in a dream.
What?
In the dream, I yearned to tell him that we Qixing, though mortal, are equally bound to the contract. Each passing generation of the Qixing leaves many things of value to be inherited by the next generation. I also thought to tell him how the past generations of Qixing had strove under his rule to survive in our mortal world, establishing a network of contracts which has since come to be known as trade. But I dared not speak. I could only gaze at him in silence until the moment I awoke.
Oh, Ningguang.
Mouse? Mouse?
Yet another perspective. What are you trying to say, Outlander?
When there's discord between the Guardians and those we are meant to defend, harmony becomes very difficult to restore.
That's something that happened in Mondstadt. It's a story about the Four Winds and the people of the Animal Archon. The Animal Archon sought to quell the strife between the two sides, because he believed that such conflict would only scar the hearts of both, and that nothing good would come of it.
Each of the 7 nations has its own scars from...
Though your point is the very height of simplicity, as Adepti, we've become a laughingstock, to be chastised thus by an outlander who has lent us such succor.
All right, all right. Didn't Ningguang suggest that we should focus...
I apologize for appearing in full armor. I am afraid I cannot show the proper courtesies.
And who are you?
I am Feng Yan, a sergeant of the Millilith. I thought this battle would perhaps be my last. But thanks, although I am a mere mortal soldier, I
Huh? Why does everyone look so down? Didn't we just be...
Weren't you frightened?
I wasn't afraid. All the strong Millilith guards, when danger is near, everyone always protects me. And the rest of the time, they make fun toys and tasty snacks and loads of things that make the harbor so pretty.
What an innocent perspective.
Thanks for protecting Liyue Harbor. Please come visit us for the next lantern rite.
Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able...
Huh?
Because we are Adepti.
Oh, okay. Oh.
You see, this is what Liyue is like today. The country of contracts is grateful to the Adepti for their protection. Although their blood is weak, there is still strength to be found in those we call mortals. The time of contracts between gods and Liyue has long since passed. Now is the time of contracts between Liyue and its people.
Seeing the port around us now, it is hard not to feel a bit out of place. Wouldn't you say so?
Your line of inquiry is askew. One did not spearhead this expedition to Liyue Harbor.
Seems like like the Adepti have had a change of heart.
And they're trying to understand things from their perspective.
Let us return now.
Eager to leave, conqueror of demons.
Yes, one understands what the Conqueror of Demons means. The city of Liyue has changed much after our long one fears that by the time one finally grasps the new contracts of Liyue, you humans would have once again changed the place beyond recognition. Fair enough.
Since we Adepti have consensus, then one shall persist no further. But how will we ensure that the Liyue Chising will not simply exploit their power once we depart? In my view, that is still a thing to be guarded against.
All right, Mooncarver, you needn't worry. It seems to me that this right of supervision is best left to the people of Liyue.
Looks like the conflict between humans and Adepti was avoided. All's well that ends well, huh?
Please say it again.
Oh, right.
Ah!
It's nice that we've got peace and all, but we're forgetting Childe wanted to unleash the god so he could lure Rex Lapis out. But we were able to handle the Overlord of the Vortex on our own. So Rex Lapis never... Oh, and speaking of that, don't we still need to get to the bottom of that Archon's death, too? Hyman doesn't get it. But isn't the strongest lead we have the Adepti-less right of parting? We're organizing? No idea where Zhongli's gone. Let's ask for him at Wangshan Funeral Parlor.
Let's go.
Wish me luck.
Is there anything I can do for you two? I'm afraid that Wangsheng Funeral Parlor isn't in the best state to receive guests.
We've come to see Zhongli. Could you please tell him we're here?
Unfortunately, Zhongli isn't here at the moment. It seems he went to Northland Bank.
Doesn't the Northland Bank belong to the Fatui? Last time we saw Zhongli was before we went to the Golden House. Do you think he doesn't know about the attack on Liyue? We had better go and make sure that...
Okay, now where are we going? East of the bank.
You call this cooperation between Harbingers? Cooperation involves communication, you know.
Don't take it to heart, child. Besides, aren't you happy that you got to skip the formalities and bring chaos to the land?
Signora.
I'm sure you
She's the
must
lady who
have
got us at
enjoyed
Mondstadt.
that. Oh, It seems that some of your friends have arrived.
Hey, it's Zhongli and Childe. And you! You're also one of the Harbingers?
Signora.
It's you two. I believe we've met once before. In the city of Bards, was it? I'm glad you still remember my name. Ah, right. I imagine that it must have been rather hard to forget watching helplessly as something precious was snatched away from your friend.
I still can't take it back.
Don't let her get to you!
But I do have time to take it back.
You've yet to gather the powers of all 7 elements, so it might be best to keep things peaceful this time.
Well, if it isn't you two. This is our first time seeing each other since Liyue was nearly wiped off the map. This is certainly a bit awkward, wouldn't you say?
You're evil. I hate you. I think. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if you're evil or the power took control of you and made you more evil. Regardless, I don't like you very much. That's just truth. I don't like you very much, and I probably never will like you very much.
Paimon knew the—
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, I may have misled you, but I never had anything against you personally. Besides, I thought we were getting along quite well together, didn't you? Except for that little tussle we had at the end. Nothing personal. We just have different views, that's all. Of course, you may very well hold this against me, but that's up to you. The real deceivers here are Senora and Zhongli. Curse them for leading me on. So actually, I think—
Stop wasting time, child. There'll be— You remember the agreement, Morax. Now, if you would be so kind. The Gnosis, please.
What in the
What?
world are you talking about?
The contract is fulfilled. That which thou seeketh is now bestowed unto thee. For my promise is solid as stone.
Huh? Oh, we've seen one of those before. I think, right?
How sanctimonious.
What? So you're the Lord of Chio?
How do we keep meeting all these lords of things and not knowing they're lords of things?
No, wait. That's an exciting twist and all, but why give—
I do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract. For it is a matter solely between the Tsaritsa and I.
I don't...
Yeah, you don't think you went a little bit too far with that whole fake death thing? Everyone was preparing the ceremony for you and splat! This big dragon falls out of the sky and all of Lyric goes into an uproar. Talk about a disaster.
Gathering all the forces that had been bubbling behind the scenes, and then stirring them together in a pot that was bound to boil over. That's what he wanted to see. Am I right?
Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best that, as you know, I've dwelt upon
Upon
this
this
world for more than
6,000
6,000 years. It is now 3,700 years ago that I founded Liyue, together with the Adepti. Even boulders that can withstand whirlpools will erode with the passing of time. I kept convincing myself that cracks had not begun to form, and that the end of my time had not yet come, until one drizzly day. As I was strolling along the harbor, I heard a merchant tell one of his workers, "You've finished your duties. Go ahead and call it a day." I stood motionless among the crowds, asking myself,
Oh, Zhongli.
But as I began to consider relinquishing my was Liyue, the city I had dwelt in for so long, so I feigned my own death, and gathered the cast of Childe, the Adepti, and the Liyue Chising to play their roles together on the stage that was Liyue. Indeed I was. The Gnosis which I had kept for so many years, that's right. Which is why I continued to safeguard.
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached the point of no return...
Of course. And it would have been all just as a child quickly matures after losing their parent.
In the end, the resolution to all that has take the Adepti, for instance. Owing to their years of seclusion, they were the least informed. Yet when faced with a crisis, they commendably showed the greatest amount of restraint possible. Not only did they manage to cooperate with the Chising, but in the end, they even made efforts to understand the hearts of the people. Credit is also due to Signora, the emissary dispatched by the Cryo-Archon to fulfill our contract. At my request, she kept everything she knew in strict confidence. This, despite the eavesdrop. This meant I could remain as Zhongli, even having the chance to fulfill the age-old traditions of... All of these things turned out as I had planned. There was only one thing that I had expected them to do no more than the Adepti. To come to the defense of Liyue. They seized the opportunity to supplant Liyue's divine protectors, and used the subsequent power vacuum left by my death.
Huh?
On the contrary, I think it is excellent. I had always feared that it was too soon for them to take over from me. And it was also that which I longed for the most.
Hey, what about me? Doesn't anyone feel...
I think that thanks would be more appropriate. You certainly played no small part in all of this. If you hadn't created the pressure of a battle between mortals, Adepti, and a god, the lump of coal resting in the hands of the Geo-Archon, Liyue would never have been able to become a...
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like that? Are you itching for a fight?
Both
Be that as it may. You've come out of this as the hero of Liyue. I, on the other hand, will be forever prescribed as a disturber of the peace.
Well then, with the Gnosis in my possession, I have no use for such idle chatter.
Ah, fine. I'll meet you there.
Do as you wish.
God, she's annoying. I still think it's angry.
Now then, is there anything else you wish to ask me?
Right! As Zhongli always told us, a good trade is a fair trade. Paimon has no idea what could be a good trade for a Gnosis.
Realistically speaking, there is no such thing.
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. For thousands of years, I have made countless contracts. If the deal was of no benefit, my agreement with the Cryo-Archon will be the last of my contracts as the Geo-Archon. My contract to end all contracts. As for the bargaining chip that the Tsaritsa used to balance the scales, uncover that answer for yourself in your future journeys.
Ugh. Okay, I think... let's finish it.
Today's the day of the rite of parting. Although the star of the show is fake, we spent so much time trying to organize it, it would be a real shame not to go there now.
Whew. I think we'll stop it there. Upload this, and then we'll finish the story and upload that as well. So thank you all for watching. We'll be back as soon as we can for the next part. I should be able to upload this directly, as is uncut. So this would be perfect. Minus the one time it should be fine. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and as always, remember to stay smiling, because life sucks, but you don't have to suck with life. And with that, goodbye. Oh, and like and subscribe, that's important.